Hello and welcome to the Stacking to Win It podcast. I'm Big Italy 42 here talking about some top stacks. Once again, courtesy of @ZachScottMoxie, one of our writers here. That's how you can find him on Twitter, his Twitter handle there. I'm going to go ahead and highlight some of the stacks that he mentioned in his article here. Some plays that go well together, some reasoning behind them as well. So starting off with the first one, I'm sure you already know this one by now. Patriots at the Cowboys, team total of 28.5. And as Zach mentions here, and rightfully so, until further notice, his top stack each week going to be the Patriots. And Tom Brady, he looks like a man on a mission. He's been absolutely incredible thus far this season. He is tied for third in touchdown passing. He's top 5 in passing yards, and he has already had a bye week. So having a hell of a season so far. And Brady, Edelman, Gronkowski, you could pair Brady with either one. You can even pair him with both. Really, the only thing that hurts the upside and the value potentially for these guys would be a potential blowout. And, while that's certainly possible in this one, it's not exactly expected. Dallas is a team that can still score a decent amount of points despite some injuries. So I think the pairing that makes the most sense, probably Brady and Edelman, because Edelman, 10 straight games with at least 10 targets. Obviously, no one's going to stop Gronkowski, but his price a little bit more prohibitive. Certainly some values there that you can take advantage of instead of paying up for Gronk at tight end. So I'm in agreement there. Really hard for it not to be looking at the Patriots as a top stack. Next up, he's got the Chiefs. And I really like this one. Vegas does as well. 27.5 point team total. Alex Smith, very cheap on both sites. And he's playing well so far. And looking at Jamal Charles here as well. You don't generally pair your quarterback with a running back, but it makes a lot of sense for that running back to be Jamal Charles and the quarterback to be Alex Smith if you're going to do that, because only 4 touchdown passes so far for Alex Smith, but Bears team has allowed 10 passing touchdowns this season. Jeremy Maclin has been phenomenal over the past 2 weeks, 289 yards on 19 catches, just 1 touchdown, but he's seen a ton of volume. He's done a lot with the ball, and we're talking these are short to medium throws. I mean, we aren't even really seeing bombs down the field to Jeremy Maclin. The guy's just been tremendous. And Alex Smith is the benefactor. I mean, he's got a ton of guys, and he's been checking down a lot to Jamal Charles as well. So any of these guys, Jeremy Maclin, a guy that's going to have fairly high ownership, but pairing some of these guys together, maybe even the trio in a tournament there against a Bears team that's given up 31.3 points per game, certainly seems like a worthwhile endeavor. Next up, value stack. He's got the Chargers here. Rivers, Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates. Antonio Gates going to be returning from his suspension this week, and it's a Monday night game against the Steelers. Steelers bottom third in the league in fantasy points to wide receivers and to tight ends. And Antonio Gates going to be looking for his 100th career receiving touchdown, a little milestone potential there for him there. Keenan Allen's been tremendous, 33 catches on 46 targets, and Stevie Johnson's going to sit out here. So Malcolm Floyd as well looks like he's questionable. He may not even play either. Both those guys are going to be a ton of targets to go around, and this is not an expensive stack. You got Phillip Rivers, reasonably priced, $7,500 on FanDuel, $62 on DraftKings. Keenan Allen under $8K on both sites. Antonio Gates, especially at his cheap price, like $55 on FanDuel, $42 on DraftKings. Makes a lot of sense to target this team. 24.8 team total. It's not particularly high, but these guys all have very fair price tags and upside. So I'm a big fan of this as well. Contrarian stack. He's got the Giants here against the 49ers. Eli to Odell is going to be a popular play this week in tournaments here. The 49ers, one of the worst secondaries in the NFL, 9.2 yards per attempt, 263 passing yards a game. And Odell Beckham, one of the hardest covers in the league as far as deep threats go, really anywhere in the field. And Zach says he's expecting 6 to 7 times we get Odell Beckham hauling in a pass here from Eli, expecting over 100 yards and a score. Ruben Randall, another guy you can consider here, and he's had nice couple weeks. 10 catches for 147 yards and 2 touchdowns there. So, as he mentioned here, all 3 players were less than 10% owned in the Thursday night contest, and they're a good way to separate yourself there. Eli Manning quietly having a solid season. Beckham coming off a down week last week, but certainly a guy that has monster upside. And Ruben Randall is a guy that, as you mentioned, has had a couple big weeks in a row as well. So, take note of these stacks. Get some of these in with your value plays, your favorite top plays, especially some of these cheaper ones. Get creative with your lineups this week, and maybe take down a GPP. So good luck this week. Find us on Twitter at DF Cafe. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out the rest of our great content at dailyfantasycafe.com.